United States.
What are two cabinet-level positions?
The President's Cabinet comprises the Vice President, the heads of the executive departments, and several other officials, including the White House Chief of Staff and the Director of the Central Intelligence Agency. The Cabinet began with the heads of these four departments: the Secretary of State, Secretary of the Treasury, Secretary of War, later Defense, and the Attorney General. As the nation grew, so did the executive branch, and hence the Cabinet. The departments of the Interior and of Agriculture were added in the 19th century as Americans moved west. As America industrialized, commerce and labor was added in the early 20th century and later split into two departments. Then came more departments: Health and Human Services, Housing and Urban Development, Transportation, Energy, Education, and Veterans Affairs. Homeland Security is the newest department, created after the terrorist attacks of 9/11. The Cabinet is so large it has its own room with a big table in the west wing of the White House. The growth of the Cabinet reflects the growth of the government. A host of federal departments and agencies now cover areas once left entirely to the states. Education, for example, something the framers of the Constitution never dreamed of.
What are two cabinet-level positions? Correct answers include Attorney General, Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Commerce, Secretary of Education, Secretary of Energy, Secretary of Health and Human Services, Secretary of Homeland Security, Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Secretary of the Interior, Secretary of Labor, Secretary of State, Secretary of Transportation, Secretary of the Treasury, Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Secretary of War, Defense, Vice President, Administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency, Administrator of the Small Business Administration, Director of the Central Intelligence Agency, Director of the Office of Management and Budget, Director of National Intelligence, United States Trade Representative.